Hi everyone, and welcome to the Pisces Weekly Illumination Reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot and Meaning-Based Spiritual Coaching Services. I am Lauren. Hi and welcome. So this is a slightly different format for this reading from my previous readings because I am a new mother and I am trying to change my schedule a little bit to accommodate all the changes in my life. And I'm basically trying to make more of a condensed reading so that I can put more readings out there so that there'll be a reading for each sign each week, but that they're not as lengthy as they were previously. However, I will be completing a spiritual purpose connection reading, which is more of a comprehensive reading for each sign, which will be released later on in the month. All right, for those of you who are new to my channel, all of my readings engage us with the three core principles of curiosity, courage, and contemplation, and demonstrate how by utilizing these principles, we can engage our unique internal authentic self with our external spiritual purpose. All right, Pisces. So I just want to say right off the bat, I got this beautiful, when I was just stepping into your energy and thinking about you, I got this beautiful image of a dolphin just like swimming and leaping joyfully through the water. There's this quality that's coming through for me, for you guys for this week, about just enjoying life, being in flow. But when I think about dolphins, I think about just being happy and playful. So there is this quality this week, I think, where you guys are just really feeling great, and that maybe you're just asked to really step into that, to just really allow yourself to lean into fun and feeling great and feeling in flow. All right, so we're gonna get right into your reading here, Pisces. So I'm gonna be pulling a card from the Power of Surrender deck to engage us with the core principle of curiosity. And what we're doing here is we are engaging ourselves with the awe and wonder and mystery of what we don't know about ourselves and what we don't know about our external environment. So we are engaging curiosity to help us open up to some aspect of ourself that needs to be illuminated this week. All right, what does Pisces need to know for their connection to their spiritual purpose? All right, so it looks like we have two cards that came out. We have Surrender to Success. Who doesn't love this card? It says, you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And I think this just harnesses when I hear leap into a new world. This is literally what I was seeing with the dolphin. There's this quality of just leaping into life, leaping into the great ocean of abundance that's spread out before you. And then we have surrender to the wisdom of your body. And it says, listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. And I think that's beautiful. So when we're kind of bringing this back to that image of a dolphin just freely swimming through the open sea, there's this element here of this week, when we're talking about being curious, it's about building out a question. So we're building a question here to bring what is a very general reading into a place of individuality for you, so that you can ask yourself this question throughout the week and answer it for yourself. So we're thinking about surrendering to the wisdom of your body. This is all about being very aware this week of what does not make you feel in flow or happy or excited. So this is when we're building out a question, this is the question. What is blocking me from feeling just like a free dolphin in the open ocean with all of the abundance spread out before me? Now this can look like all of a sudden you realize you're feeling fantastic when you're around your friends and you're feeling great after work, but in work, this is where you feel not like that happy dolphin. Maybe you feel that you're not getting paid for the work that you do. You maybe feel like you're not heard. You feel like you're overworked, or you're maybe just not excited about what you do anymore, and you are maybe just bored. And so there's this element here of, well, all of those things are not making you feel like a happy, free dolphin, right? And when we think about surrender to success, what I feel here for you is that there is so much abundance around you that maybe perhaps you are not actually allowing yourself to tap into like a free, happy dolphin. That you might have all this stuff just like waiting to come in, a whole ocean full of more dolphin friends and fish and all kinds of things, and yet there's some aspect of your current experience that is holding yourself back from just truly jumping into that. Now, this could also just be a personal fear. This could be you starting to feel a little bit like that and then being like, oh, it's too good to be true. Can I really just be that free? Can I really have this much? So this would look like if, let's say, you are looking to maybe date and attract a partner, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you have all these people contacting you, and you're like, it's just too good to be true. No. I don't need to go out into that open sea of abundance toward, that's just too much. Like, I'm going to shut myself down. When in reality, all of this is coming in for you. Or this would look like you maybe realizing that you're not so excited about the current job that you have, but yet you are ignoring that on LinkedIn you're getting recruiters asking if you're interested in a possible opportunity, or you are ignoring a friend who has come in who said, hey, like my work is hiring, would you like to apply? And so this is where sometimes we have so much in front of us, and yet we're afraid to take it. We're afraid to just go with the flow. And I really think for you guys this week, it's about tapping into what makes you feel good and what doesn't, and really realizing, so this is really where you're being asked to become aware of your body. You're being asked to become aware of your physical being. Now, our physical being is just as much a part of our internal, unique, authentic self as any other part of ourselves, as our emotional state is, as our mental state is. Our physical being also is unique to us. So this is where I think maybe perhaps you guys have been a little, when we're thinking about curiosity, I guess this would be a secondary question to ask yourself. Where have you maybe become a little disconnected from your physical body? Maybe you've been really working on yourself spiritually, you've been working on yourself emotionally and mentally, but where have perhaps you have prevented yourself from actually being aware of your body? Maybe you're holding stress, maybe you're having headaches, maybe you are even doing something that's negative to your body, maybe drinking too much or eating too much or even over exercising or things like this, to maybe where that's actually becoming the hindrance to you feeling in flow. Maybe you're not able to participate in something or feel just free and open and easy because you're physically blocking yourself in some capacity. So this is really about bringing awareness this week to your physical being, and to really utilizing your body as kind of that compass or that litmus test of, is this what's blocking me? Does this make me feel great and fun and like a free dolphin? So it's kind of like being able to utilize that this week, and just utilizing your body as that test. All right. So just want to remind you one more time, surrender to success. There seems to be a lot of good stuff coming in for you. So just really lean into that this week. All right. So now I'm going to pull a animal oracle card here to help us get a message around the core principle of courage. And when I talk about courage, I am talking about the courage to take conscious action. And this is where we get really the chance to step into our own personal power of being able to make conscious decisions, or make decisions that involve us consciously engaging our unique internal authentic self with our external environment through the actions that we consciously choose to take. So what this means is that each and every time you make a decision throughout the day, no matter how small, you are actively aware of yourself as you choose to make the decision to take that action. And this can be, on a very simple level. There's the choices throughout the day of, should I take this way to work or that way to work? Should I walk or drive? Should I make this for dinner or that for dinner? Do I call a friend or do I veg on the couch watching Netflix? There's always these little choices that we make. And each time, instead of just kind of being dragged through life and making decisions where we're like, sure. And we don't really, again, feel into our own personal wisdom of like, okay, do I do this or this? And oftentimes, why I build in courage with action is because sometimes, and actually not sometimes, but often, it's the case that the action that's more beneficial to us and that's more in alignment with us and engaging with our authentic, unique self is harder. It's the harder decision to make. It's having to sometimes say no, or sometimes saying yes to something that, might not be what other people might say yes to. So there is this quality here of that's where the conscious awareness comes in, of that each and every time you're making a decision, you are making it from a place of, I am consciously choosing to say yes or no to this, or to do this because, and that you have a because and a why that ties back to yourself. That's how we build meaning into our life. Okay, oh my gosh, this is so many cards. So many cards. Let's see here. This is too many cards. Too many cards. I thought maybe there's 3 there, but there's 5 or 6. So let's just, for the sake of time, let's see if Pisces we can get a little less. All right, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the actions I need to be courageous to take this week? This is kind of a harder deck for me to shuffle because it's a bigger deck. So I might go ahead. Ooh, and as I say that, of course, the card pops out. Ooh, okay. We have Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Number 2. Love this card. So this is, I think, again, kind of goes hand in hand again with the vision of the dolphin. Dolphins are known for their speed. And so there is this element of kind of everything clicking into place for you guys. That's what I'm really feeling. That there is this really strong sense of being in flow, but at the same time having the expansive, abundant ocean in front of you. So there's this element of really racing ahead, but racing into abundance. So when we're thinking about courage around this, there's the element here with life is speeding up, that it's about not losing sight of yourself. This could be a busy week for you. This might be a week where maybe you are getting a lot of social opportunities, or a week where, it's a very busy week at work or a very busy week at home. And so you just feel like there's all this stuff going on. But there's this quality here of where you're being really asked to do is to have the courage that even though life is speeding up and there's all this stuff to kind of distract you, that this is that test of, can you be courageous enough to stay conscious, to make decisions that feel right for you? So this would look like maybe perhaps you're getting social invitations as well as maybe work invitations. And this is where you have to balance yourself with, okay, maybe you have 3 different works or friendship situations that you can go out to drinks here with these people and go hiking with these people and go do this with these people. And there's this quality here of feel into what actually feels right for you. So when you're making the decision to take action towards maybe going to a social commitment, that you are making a commitment to be with people who make you feel uplifted or happy. Or you're making a commitment at work to take action to say, okay, I will commit to being a part of this group, or I will commit to maybe taking on this new task. And I'm doing it from a place of it feels good, it feels in flow. Now, if it doesn't, if it's something where you're being tasked to do something and it doesn't feel good, and it makes you feel kind of stressed, or you have that headache again that creeps up at the end of the day, well, that's where you're going to know that, okay, the courage is to actually walk away, or to make somebody aware that you might need additional help in fulfilling a task or maybe a community-based goal, especially if it's at work or in the home. Because there is this element with the number 2 coming through here, that the number 2 is about working with others. And so when life does speed up, we have to realize we don't live on an island, and we do actually have to work and collaborate with others. And that oftentimes, again, more hands make for a lighter load. And this is where you get to make that decision to sometimes the courageous decision to make is to say, I need help. So in surrendering to the wisdom of your body, there's going to be an element this week of really trying to stay aware of yourself, learning to stay consciously aware of yourself in very busy situations, and learning to possibly be a little more vulnerable with others or collaborate a little bit more with others when you feel like you can't take it all on yourself. This is also about being aware too that, again, if there are any situations where you feel like, your jaw gets tight, or you get that headache, or you feel it in the pit of your stomach, that worry creep in, that's the ding, 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 ding. That's the, okay, that's what I need to courageously change. That's where I can bring the power back into myself and take action to start to make changes towards whatever is making me feel that way. All right. So now, last card, but not least, is for the principle of contemplation. And contemplation is where we get to continue self-education through direct experience. What does that mean? That means that we get a chance to take a look at the consequences of our actions and be able to learn from them. To say, okay, where did I take action? And what was the consequence or response or reaction? And then now, how can I, through curiosity, take a look and say, okay, I got a good response. Where can I now continue to elevate those actions so that I continue to get those beneficial responses? Or the reverse. There's negative consequences that are happening. So I'm going to go back and be curious about perhaps what I might have missed the first time. And then I'm going to change my actions slightly to where now I'm going to then look at the new consequence. And this is how we continually learn from our external environment. We're continually learning how to adapt and change and grow. So you guys have a change in the wind, number 12, breaking down to number 3. So actually Cancer got this card as well. So a change in the wind. This is a card that I always associate the number 12 with the divine, because it does break down to number 3, and there's this quality of divinity in the number 3 for me. And so here I feel like there is this element of destiny coming into play, that there are changes that are coming down the pipeline, so to speak, that are divinely guided. And you're being asked this week to be curious about kind of, I think, maybe fear around success, as well as where there is some aspect of your experience currently that's holding you back from just literally being that dolphin of leaping into your abundance, what's waiting for you. And you're being asked to become aware of that because there's going to be a change in that area for you. So let's say it's in the work environment. Something's coming down the pipeline that is divinely guided, and it's going to ask you to take action towards something that is going to make that's going to change something externally for you. And so this is where, when we think about contemplation, this is about active awareness, being constantly aware of what's going on around you and then reflecting on that. So again, this could be something as small as you get an email from your boss that says, I want you to take on this new task. Or, hey, it's been a rough, couple of years, we're not giving out as big of a raise as we normally do. FYI, just be prepared that in your annual review, raises are going to be, cut to a bare minimum, and that makes you feel, ugh, or the new task you're delegated makes you feel like, ugh. That's not me being a dolphin swimming freely into my abundance. So there is this quality this week. There's going to be something that's going to make you feel meh. Or there's going to be something, it could be possibly where you make the decision to hang out with somebody and they don't make you feel great. They don't make you feel elevated. They make you feel kind of drained when you leave their presence. That's another thing. It might be that the change is coming and that you have to walk away from a certain person or a certain social setting, or that this could also be health related. If this is something where you're making poor food decisions or poor health lifestyle decisions, that there's this quality that something's going to come in around that to shake it up, and that the more aware of it you are, the more you'll be able to actually take advantage of this destined change. All right, Pisces, I hope that this has been a illuminating reading for this week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you'd like to book a personal tarot reading or a one-on-one coaching session, the link to my website is in the description box below. I look forward to completing the rest of your readings for the month. And obviously, I am incredibly grateful for any likes or subscribes, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. This is just enough for me to be able to share something that really brings me great emotional fulfillment with you. All right. Bye, Pisces.